So really quickly, in the last, year to date, take a look at exactly how much I've gone ahead and have generated. So right over here, you'll see over $600,000, $662,000 generated in just since January 31st is when we launched this particular store. So I'm gonna tell you exactly how we found this product and the strategies that you can use to go out there and find 6 and 7 figure products as well. Let's get right into it. So what I'm gonna do is provide you with all of this content that you're gonna learn here. There's a little cheat sheet, a flow chart, and the step-by-step process as well that you can download, and the link is in the description, and I do require a name and email for that. But again, if you wanna follow along with this particular cheat sheet, you can. And over the next 3 days, this is a 3-part video series, and if you haven't done so yet, check out this playlist, and if you're watching this on the first day, there won't be a playlist because I'm releasing these day by day. So again, you can check out this playlist, or at the very end, I'll also link to the other videos, and it'll be in the description down below. Because today, what we're gonna be focusing on is more so the importance of product research and how you can set yourself up foundationally and correctly to go out there and make a lot of money when it comes to creating a store. Now think about this logically. What's the difference between you, me, and everybody else dropshipping? We all have the ability to create the same exact store down to the pixel. We all can use the same ad copy. We all use Facebook ads or Instagram marketing. So what is the difference? Why do some people make millions of dollars and then other people make, 100,000, 200,000, and some people make nothing? Well, quite frankly, it is the product. So I'm gonna dive into my computer right now. We're really gonna get into the nitty-gritty of everything that you need to know when it comes down to product research. So let's hop into my computer and I'll see you at the very end. Alrighty, so welcome to the very first step. Now what we're gonna be talking about is the importance, and I'm gonna breeze through this rather quickly because I want you to grasp this, but I don't wanna spend too much time on this either. So you need to understand what's in your control and more so what isn't in your control. What do I mean by that? Is think about this. You and I, we're both dropshipping, but what's the difference between me being successful and somebody else who's watching this not being successful yet years of hard work and they just can't seem to make it work? Because I can only imagine that's what you feel like. Well, quite frankly, is you can control the store creation, the ads, the ad creatives, the ad copy. You can control everything about your store, about your ads, everything. You can control all of that, right? So at the end of the day, you and I, that's what we have full control over. Now, what don't we have full control over is being able to find particular products. Here's the thing about having full control over finding winning products. It's not that you don't have control over it. It's more so you don't know how to find them, right? Being able to scope out products that generate 6 or 7 figures is actually a hard task. And then being able to scale it is a completely different task as well. Now, you want to find products that fit a certain criteria, and we'll talk about the certain criteria as well. But just understand the importance, and why I'm talking about this is because it is very, very important you find the right product. Because if you don't find the right product, it doesn't matter if you create a beautiful store with the best colors or everything else, you're just not gonna make any sales. But how exactly do you go out there and find products? And first thing I wanna start off with is, what do you look for exactly? So what I look for is problem-solving items that are new and interesting, which is not too saturated of a particular product, and it has mass market appeal. Now, if it's not mass market, you need to understand that this particular item might have a cap. Now, I understand I might be going a little faster. It's because I want to make sure that this video isn't too lengthy, because I can only imagine your attention span is not as great, because mine is definitely not great. I probably would have signed off of this video already. But again, this is so important that you understand. If it's a mass market product, great. If it's not a mass market product, then it has a cap. Let me give you an example. Running shoes is for the running market, okay, for runners. However, shoes is for everybody. You can target everybody. iPhone gimbal is for iPhone users, but a phone gimbal is for everybody. So just understand that the targeting for these two is more so everybody, and iPhone gimbal and running shoes is for a specific type of audience. So just understand that's how this works, and this is what you want to look for. You want to look for something that solves a problem, is new and interesting, and has a mass market appeal. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using different tools. And for the record, I pulled up a few different tools that you can use. And the reason why I pulled up a few different tools that you can use is because I don't want anybody sitting here thinking, oh, he's only showing me this tool because he's getting paid for it. No, actually, you can use whatever you want. They pretty much all do the same thing. It's just that I have preferences when it comes to which tools that I use.
and again, how much it costs as well. So eSniper is a really good tool. I personally have seen a lot of people use this recently. I have yet to go in and use this, and it's $240 a year or $25 a month. And you could have, a 3-day trial for just $1. Again, this is a decent tool. It does its job just like every other tool that we're going to be talking about. ASIN Inspector, I know a lot of people use this. In my opinion, I have used it. It's garbage. And I'm sorry if you're the owner of this particular product. I don't like it. I don't think it's that useful. And I think for what you're paying for, you can get a lot more somewhere else. So for anybody watching this, again, I can refer you guys to all these. I could provide affiliate links and get paid for all of these, but I'm not going to. That's not my MO. I could care less if you sign up under my link or not. I'm going to be showing you what I believe is the best tool to use, why you should use it, and give you examples and show you how I use it as well. So eSniper is good. You can use it. You can run a Google search for any other tool that you want. And then we have ShopInspect, and this is the one that I'm going to be using and one that I'm going to suggest. And it's actually a really, really good tool. It's brand new. And it's made by an e-commerce marketer as well. It's super, super intuitive, and what you can go ahead and get from this tool is absolutely incredible. But I will say there's a link in the description, and if you use coupon code, I think it's ecomdudes30. Let's take a look. If I click sign up now to annual, I go to ecomdudes30. It should apply like 20 or 30% off, something like that. So okay, you save $70 and it becomes $160. So again, if you want to use this tool, great. You can do this all manually as well. The same coupon, I think, applies to the monthly, but I would suggest getting the annual. You just have to pay it one time for the year, and it's fairly cheap for everything you're going to be getting. And just think about it. One particular product will make you this back 100 or 1,000 times over, right? So one product can net you $160,000. So again, just keep in mind, we're going to be using tools over here. The one I suggest, like I said, is ShopInspect. You can use ecomdudes30 for 20 or 30% off. I don't know the math over here. I just asked them if I'm going to go ahead and be showing their tool, if I can hook you guys up with some sort of discount, and they agreed to it. So that's cool. Next thing I want to talk about is what is happening inside of ShopInspect, what we're looking for, how this is all going to pertain to you, etc. So first thing is first, we're going to dive into the Hot Products tab. So if we take a look at the Hot Products right over here, I was already in it actually, I was browsing through it. So it has a Hot Products tab. So this is what your dashboard will look like. And you can actually go into the Hot Products tab right over here. And again, there's a lot of products here. However, this is what I want to talk to you about. So it goes ahead and shows you exploding products, which products are growing fastest in the AliExpress network. Now, again, I will also add this into this particular bubble. Traffic is relative to the previous week. Which one is blowing up? So let's just take this. This is one that I was looking at. And I know somebody in the baby niche, and she generated well over $500,000 in under a year just selling baby rompers and clothes and whatnot. Really, really cool. So I know the baby niche is one that is super, super, super profitable. As you can see, there's 4,333 was 936 orders the previous month. And they tell you right here, this product currently has 4,333 orders for the last 6 months compared to 936 total orders taken a month earlier. The sudden change of 3,397 total orders in 1 month qualifies this product as one of the hot trending products. So they take a look, and what they do is they have their own team and their own artificial intelligence that goes out there, scrapes AliExpress, takes the best products that have the highest order counts week on week, and they'll show you the hot products. And again, they do that throughout all of AliExpress. They show you exactly what is booming like crazy. And you'll start to notice a interesting pattern. It's a lot of baby stuff and a lot of do-it-yourself and home decor stuff. And those are two of the most profitable niches to be in. So again, that's what you have to take a look at is exploding products. You can go ahead and dive into the exploding products, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But then you have the ability to take a look at the top Shopify stores. Now, this is literally the top 100 Shopify stores, so you can look into these stores and base off your own creation. And here's the thing about this. I never even knew some of these stores were even a thing, to be quite honest. Now, I knew about Fashion Nova, ColourPop, Kylie Cosmetics, but other stores are really interesting to look at. Now, again, we have hot websites and the fastest growing websites as well, and I'll talk about that in just a second. But just for simplicity purposes, just to go ahead and be a little quicker with this, you can go ahead and browse pretty much all of these sites and get ideas. See what's working, see what's selling. Again, G Fuel is a really big brand. If we just keep scrolling down, I can just find something. Harry Potter Platform 934, Airsoft Atlanta, Let's see. Some of these I didn't even know. So John's Crazy Socks. This is interesting. We can actually see their best sellers. So if we were to click on Show Best Sellers, these are the best sellers that they have. And this one would actually be really, really good to target. I'm going to open this up really quickly because, again, this is just Donald Trump socks that you can find on AliExpress as well. Here's their description. Here's everything you need to know. Here's how the page layout looks. So this is really interesting, okay? Again, you can go through and see their top sellers on their stores and just, again, do your research from here. Now, I'm just showing you kind of the overview of what you can go ahead and do in regards to the top 100 websites. I want to move on from this just so you can see what you have the ability to do. Then we have the fastest growing Shopify stores. These are stores that are constantly growing, and these are markets and niches that you could potentially tap into as well. So it looks like gun holster. These look like dresses, baby or dog. Oh, this looks like a dog stroller actually. So carbon 6 rings. I've been seeing these everywhere actually. So carbon 6 rings. I'm gonna open this up and let's take a look at some other ones. Okay, so we have carbon 6 rings. This is really interesting. I've been seeing these everywhere, and I even cross-referenced these on AliExpress. And they do have some cool rings, and more than anything, they actually have rings, that have the cross on it, etc. So it's easy for targeting, if you wanted to go out there and target. Now these rings are really cool, and you could tell the prices are a little higher on these as well. You can take a look at the prices, you can take a look at how it's all set up, you can take a look at their store layout. I find this to be one of the coolest aspects to ShopInspect just because of the fact that I want to go out there and really see what everybody else is doing. And more than anything, if I find that a hot website in the top 100. Now, right over here, you'll see the monthly visits. These are guesstimates based on their own artificial intelligence that they're using to understand and get back data of how many people are potentially going to their site. So these aren't necessarily the most up-to-date and on point, but it's really hard to estimate that for the record. Next, what I want to cover is updated every hour. Now, this is a really interesting feature that they do is that they go ahead and they update everything every single hour. In regards to the fastest growing websites, you also have shop searches, product searches, the top 100 websites. The hot products are always updated every single hour. So if there's something that's new and arising, you can go ahead and be one of the first people to know about it, and something that you could potentially go out there and sell as well. So again, it updates every single hour. Don't reinvent the wheel. Use what's working now. Now, here's what I want to do is I actually want to go ahead and find products that fit our particular criteria. So I'm going to browse ShopInspect. I'm going to browse some of the hot products, and I'm going to take a look at something that, or multiple different products that I can go out there and potentially start selling right away. So give me probably 10 minutes or so, and I'm going to find some products, and then we're going to break these down together. So here are a few products that I went ahead and found, and let's take a look if they fit our particular criteria that we want to go ahead and solve, which is problem solving, new and interesting, and mass market appeal. So does this solve a problem, this blackhead remover? Yes, it does. It goes ahead and, quite frankly, unclears your pores. Is it a mass marketable product? Yes, it is, okay? Is it new and interesting? Well, it's not new. As many of you have watched me already, I've literally gone out there and have made so much money from blackhead removers, and it's not this one in particular. I've made money from a lot of money from another blackhead remover, and blackhead removers, they were a little new. Now I'm starting to get the vibe that it's becoming a little bit more saturated, but the market still works really well. And again, you can go to the product page and check out a lot more in regards to this particular product, see what it's all about, take a look at the feedback, how many orders as well. There's 33,000 orders on this particular product. And what I would actually do is I would actually take this particular link and go to the AliExpress drop shipping area. So what I'm going to do is click on product analysis tab, and I'm going to input the particular link I just got and click search. Now, if these sales, as you can see, are over anywhere from 50 sales or higher every single day, that means this is a healthy product that I can tap into. So again, ShopInspect has delivered me an incredible product because these are doing hundreds of units every single day. So if other drop shippers and individuals are purchasing this, it's because the shipping is actually rather fast and the product is great quality as well. So just keep in mind that this particular product, a home run, and I know because I've used blackhead removers for some of my stores, and it's done super, super well. Now we have a look at a robot vacuum cleaner, sweeps, wet, mop. So let's just go to product page really quickly. I'm going to just exit out of ShopInspect. We have 8,319 orders. Let's take a look if this particular product is also blowing up inside of the dropshipping center. I'm going to click search. All right, so it has 13, 11. This is okay. it's not like they're doing enough sales every day for me to justify this particular product to be something that I would want to go after. And it's also high ticket. So, or higher ticket, I should say. So I'm going to go ahead and just give a pass on this one. So then we have the Shredder's Tomato Onion Vegetable Slicer. So this is a slicer. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Again, home and kitchen and cooking appliances, so more so home decor, works exceptionally well. So I'm going to take this particular product, and yet again, I'm going to run a search and just click search, and let's just take a look at these orders. So 70, 80, 90, and then this dips really far down below. So this tells me that there was a lot of promotion happening over here, meaning that there might have been some success, and then it just drops off a little bit. However, I might take a look at 2 to 3 days from now and see if this product continues to uptrend. And if it hits my 50 sales per day, then that means it's a good product or good market that I could potentially be selling inside of. So again, this is something that I might add to my watch list. So what I would do is I would go ahead. So here it is. Here's the shredder that I was looking for. And I'm going to add this to my favorites. And now it's added to my particular favorites. So there we go. That's one thing I could do, is add that to my favorites to keep an eye on it. And then we also have our invisible basically push-up bra. So I'm going to open this up right over here, and I know this does well also. There's a brand out there called The Perfect Sculpt, okay? They've done millions and millions of dollars with this particular product. So with this particular product, targeting this particular market, they've made a lot of money targeting this particular market. I would definitely suggest going out there and competing head-to-head with The Perfect Sculpt. Just because, again, I believe that that market is still something so untapped, and again, there's so much potential in there. But I'm going to grab this particular URL, and I'm going to paste it right in here, and we're going to take a look at these volume. And again, this passes the criteria of over 50 sales every single day. So right away, I would also add this product to my watch list or to my favorites inside of ShopInspect. And last, what I want to show you is I went to product search. And here's the thing, if you have an idea of what product that you want to get into, maybe you've done your research, you started compiling a list. I searched teeth whitening. So when it comes to teeth whitening, it'll show me my estimated monthly web searches, the search indicator, again, this is Google Trends, and the word cloud. Now the word cloud gives you the taste of the most related keywords that you can go ahead and use inside of your product descriptions or even in your headline, so you can get more organic traffic. So take a look at this. We have teeth whitening char, we have professional teeth whitening. It shows you the product price, and it shows you the product average monthly revenue as an estimate, what they're estimating based on the traffic and based on a lot of other components. So after doing some more digging, I went ahead and found Glow, which is a brand that does teeth whitening. And you could see they have some ads over here, and they also more than likely have videos that they posted on their particular page. And again, you could start scrolling down and see the ones with the most views. This is the content that they create and the content that they can use for ads. And most of the time, they're most likely going to be using these particular posts for content as well when it comes to running advertisements. So you can take a look at everything that they're doing over here and take a look at the views. And again, this is just something that's super powerful and definitely something that you should be doing as well. So I went ahead and just showed you a few different products and how I go out there and find them. And again, I compile a list of tons and tons of products, and then I start narrowing down based on the criteria. Does it solve a problem? Is it new and interesting? And most of the time, most products fall off on this particular category. A lot of times they never pass this part. So if you compile a list of, let's just say, 100 different products, and you go out there and you start doing your final analysis, which is what we'll talk about tomorrow, what's going to happen is you'll notice that a lot of these products don't fall under the new and interesting category, and they become, kind of irrelevant, and then you delete them. Out of a list of 100, you might have 6 or 7 products, and there you go. You might have 6 or 7 winners that you can test. And don't forget, what I would suggest you do is you go into the hot websites and look at the fastest growing websites as well, and just take a look at what they're selling over here and see if you can go ahead and sell the same thing or get into their particular market, because these stores typically have some really good product ideas and something that you can go ahead and piggyback off of as well. Very important. So again, that's exactly how we're doing product research. And tomorrow what I'm going to be covering is showing you how to really confirm and go over if your product is one that is going to have a lot of upside potential and make you a lot of money. So like I said before, you can use any tool that you want. You don't need to use ShopInspect. They all do the same exact thing. Just keep that in mind. It's just that it depends what falls into your budget and what you're used to. I'm used to using ShopInspect. It works exceptionally well. The link's in the description with 30% off for you guys.
Now you just learned exactly how to go out there and find these particular products. And for the record, if you haven't done so yet, I did go ahead and with ShopInspect, I showed you other tools, but with ShopInspect, I went ahead and reached out to the owner and asked him if I can provide DanFam a particular link, and it's ecomdudes30, and that'll get you 30% off the annual package or the monthly package, and I do suggest annual if you want to use the tool. Do you need to use it? No, you actually don't need to use it. You can do this all manually, but it'll take you a lot longer. And like I said, I'm just creating this and showing you different tools that you can use because I know a lot of people ask me about certain tools. This is the one I recommend. Have I used others? Yes, they pretty much all do the same, but my favorite has been ShopInspect because they're constantly working on it as well. So again, if you haven't done so yet, make sure you're subscribed and follow me on Instagram and take a look at the next video in our series right over here, and I'll see you tomorrow.